Good morning. Welcome to Rovali's Daily Podcast. How's everyone doing today? That's what I almost did just there. Actually, I just did it on purpose and accidentally. Have a toast with me, won't you? Oh man, this is nice and hot. Let's see if I can do this. You see that? Okay, I'm getting weird. I must be getting weird in my studio. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I had a great morning. I am getting ready. I got to go do my shopping at Sam's Club. Yes, that's right. I got to take this great big cart and go down there and get stuff. Anyway, before we begin, I want to take you down a walk down 25th Street and a walk back in time. So we're going to do two things at once. I told you yesterday I was going to do something special for you, and I'm going to. So, but before we begin, before I take you back for a walk in time, I'm going to talk a little bit about Rovali's, the building that we're in, and I'll give you one hint. That building was built in 1908. Okay, so that's just a taste of what's about to come. But before we do that, I am going to, hold on a second. I'm going to show you my features for today. We are going on a dessert extravaganza. So I'm going to show you my desserts today and a couple of drinks. Hold on one second and we'll get this thing going. There we go. That's it. All right. So I said dessert extravaganza. Did I say distravaganza? Extravaganza. Wow, I'm going off the rails all over the place. Has nothing to do with the railroad, has nothing to do with historic 25th Street. I'm just going off the rails. All right, let me fix that. There we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let me get loose. I got to get loose. All right. We have our 4-layer rainbow cake. I know you can't see that bottom layer, but there is another layer down there, I promise you. And we got a really cool little Instagram post about this cake. And it said, shut up with this delicious rainbow cake. I love it. Thanks for the mention. Okay. So we have that one today. Ooh, the banana brownie, man. I don't know. This banana brownie is never overlooked. It's never underlooked. It's never overcooked. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but this banana brownie is really, really good. So I recommend you stop by and grab a piece today. You just have to. And our original Rovali's tiramisu, homemade, of course, as always. And this one is really super delicious. We're featuring that today. Oh, look at this, the blueberry lavender cake. Now this one, man, it goes fast, you guys. So you need to get down there for lunch or dinner today and grab a slice because this one is very, very popular, super delicious. And if you've never tried it before, trust me, you're going to want to because it will be a unique flavor that will not leave you, okay? You'll remember it always. Oh, another one, the mint chocolate chip cake. This one is really good too. Oh my gosh, Andrea's outdone herself this week. And we're still working on the featured dish, and I'll have that for you guys tomorrow. But we're gonna do desserts today and a couple of drinks. And of course, the Italian cream sodas. Don't forget about those. I got about 25 different flavors of those. Oh, look at this one, the lemon poppy seed cake. And that one is another great, great cake. This one is lighter. Well, they're all pretty light. Andrea's cakes are never heavy, I don't think. I don't think I've tasted one that's really heavy. I don't know what that means, but you know. And our whiskey hot toddy. That one's really tasty if you need to warm up today. It's been weird weather, hasn't it? I think it might rain today, you guys. I can't see anymore. Like I used to look out the window. So my studio's in the basement, so I can't see anymore, not really. I got some little basement windows, but they're covered with greenery and plants and stuff. Chocolate decadence cake. And you know, that one is always a customer favorite, always, always, always. And again, if you need to warm up, we got another hot drink for you, the gourmet hot chocolate. topped with whipped cream and mini chocolate chips. Yummy. And if you need a good cocktail, one of our most popular ones this season is the Jack Frost cocktail with Grey Goose. And of course, don't forget, you know that we have 12 beers on tap. So if you're thirsty for a beer, we got some great local breweries that we represent, and we're glad to serve their beer at Rovali's because it goes great with our food. And the eggnog White Russian, that one we've been selling a lot of too. It's just like, it's almost like two treats in one, a cocktail and dessert. But we still want you to get dessert, okay? You get the dessert. And there's, one of our pictures of our serving window of all the delicious food coming out. I hope that entices you. Can you almost smell it? I can almost smell it. Oh, that looks good. And of course, that awesome Rovali sign. Man, I'm telling you what, they built that new hotel behind us just across the parking lot from the DMV. And this sign is really coming into play because a lot of people are kind of looking out their window at the hotel and they see this beautiful glowing Rovali's sign and they come over, almost in a trance. Oh, I smell lasagna. I smell eggplant. I smell cake. I smell all kinds of good stuff. Yes, where am I? You're at Rovali's. That's where you're at. Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys. I don't know, my friends. I don't know. All right, so we're going to get back to, so we want you, before I take you down the historic walk down 25th Street and back in time. So we're going, okay. Before that, I want to invite you to lunch today, to dinner tonight. We open at 11 a.m. And if you're wanting curbside, we have fantastic curbside. You can find us at rovalis.com, ROVALIS.com, or you can call us at 801-394-1070, okay? All right, now let's get to some of the cool stuff that I want to share with you. So Kim, my beautiful wife, has been reading this book right here, The Notorious Two-Bit Street. And as you can tell, it's a pretty thick book, okay? And it talks about all of the history of 25th Street in the heyday, in the bad days, in the notorious days, okay? But there's a couple of things that really caught my attention that I want to share with you. I want to tell you a little bit about the building that we're in particular, okay? That's 17. So our building was originally 3 different suites, okay? And if you go inside, right now we have 2 entry doors, right? But if you go inside and you look in the main dining room, there's this huge I-beam that goes down the middle of that room. And that was actually a wall. That used to be a wall because there were 3 narrow suites there. So Rovali's takes up 3 suites in that 1-story building. And I'm going to read a little bit of this to you because I think you'll be fascinated. I was fascinated. In fact, being on historic 25th Street as long as we have, there was some stuff that I didn't know. And it's pretty cool that you keep learning new things about our building and about historic 25th Street. So I just found it really fascinating. I thought you'd be interested in it too. But before I begin, I better take a sip. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to read you just some information about our particular address and what was happening there and what was going on in that building, okay? And then I'll kind of piece it up, not today, but I'll kind of piece it up, different highlights of historic 25th Street that maybe you didn't know, okay? And it's just truly fascinating. Very, very cool street. Very interesting. So let me begin. Okay, so 170, 172, and 174. Those are the 3 suites. Those are the actual addresses of those 3 suites back in the day. Right now, it's known as 172 and 174. So Rovali's can be found under either one of those 2 addresses. And I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you because I think it's cool. This 1-story building was constructed in about 1908. But the front of the building has been partially modified since that time. The storefront on the east at 174 was used by various saloons. Okay, I didn't know that we were a saloon. During the early 1900s, such as was the Ogden Beer Hall in 1911. From 1916 through 1922, the Japanese-owned Star Restaurant was at this address. So I believe the Star Noodle Parlor, which is at Stella's right now, the one with the dragon on the front, okay, that one apparently started in my building. So very cool. I didn't know. Okay. That was in, 1922. Wow, what a long time ago. The U.S. Cafe of the 1930s and 40s fed hungry customers there. Okay, so now it was a saloon, it was a beer hall, uh, two restaurants. So we have a good history. From 1910 to 1920, the B&B Clothes Shop at 172 sold union-made clothing, shoes, hats, and gents furnishings at a poor man's price. Okay, so B&B Clothing, that used to be on 25th Street when I was, or not on 25th Street, on Washington Boulevard when I was growing up. And so needless to say, that was in our building, the B&B Clother. And it was for gents clothing and at a poor man's price. So I think all the railroad guys, they go in there and get their suits and their hats and clothing that they could afford at B&B Clothing. Let's see. This shop was owned by two Jewish brothers, William and Joseph Benowitz, who were born around 1880 in Poland and Russia. Can you believe that? B&B Clothing was owned by two Polish immigrants or Jewish immigrants from Poland and Russia, respectively. At this address in 1944 lived Miss Mary Marks, a spiritualist. Ooh, maybe that's where we get the hunting from. A Mormon, and it was also a Mormon church thrift shop called the Deseret Industries. That was stationed there in 1951. Wow. So we were also a Deseret Industries in 1951. Incredible. The building became known as the Major Drug Company. And you can see that if you look at the front of Rovali's storefront, there's a plaque between the windows, just on the one of the columns there. And it does talk about the Major Drug Company on that plaque and a little bit of history there. The building became known as the Major Drug Company building because Robert Major opened a drugstore at 170 when the building was brand new, and the drugstore remained here for several years. An advertisement in 1912 stated, "Mr. Major has been a druggist for 30 years. He has the best patronage of the town in prescription work and handles nothing but pure drugs. His store is located in the popular trade center of the city." Wow, the popular trade center of the city at Rovali's, where Rovali stands now. "And his stock of toilet articles, physician supplies, and household remedies is one of the finest in town." Wow, isn't that cool, man? Talk about taking a walk. I mean, there were some things in there I just didn't know. And it sounds like, the author of this book, and this sounds like a good book to buy, actually. It is just an awesome book. It's by Lyle J. Barnes. Barnes. And this is just a fascinating book. And there's so many things in here, so many factoids, so many pieces of history, way too many to mention. But I just, that one caught my eye because it was our building. Now, we have been there for going on 11 years now, I believe, and it's just been a great building. So much history on that street. But yeah, there's some other stuff, and we'll do another walk back in time down 25th Street in a week or two. But I just found it absolutely just fascinating, mesmerizing, even shocking, to say the least. Let's see what else I got here. See if I got anything else. All right. Well, that's all I have for that today. But anyway, I want to, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just enjoyed even reading it to you guys. I just thought, man, so cool. Such a cool history. But Rovali's is ready for you guys for lunch or dinner today. And come in this historic building and come and check it out and kind of feel the vibe of the stuff that I read to you today and kind of picture some of the things that were there. And believe me, there were a lot more shops and different things in that building that's not listed in the book, but he was keeping it way back in the day. Because it's, he was doing it when it was the Notorious Two-Bit Street. And that's why a lot of the stuff that, you may have heard me say what was in this building before us. But man, it's just amazing how many different lives have gone through those doors, fascinating. All right, you guys. So don't forget, we are open today at 11 a.m. and we'd love to have you for lunch or dinner. And if you're not feeling comfortable at dining inside, then come and get curbside. We have curbside takeout. We'll take great care of you guys. You can find us at rovalis.com, rovalis.com, or you can call us at 801-394-1070. And don't forget, you guys can call in and make reservations. We take reservations until we're full, and you can make them on the website or by calling us, either way. But if we're full, we just say we're not taking any more reservations at this time. You're welcome to walk in, and either way, we will have a seat for you, okay? We'll have some great food and some great desserts, as you saw earlier. All right, you guys, that's all I have for today. I want to say thank you for watching, and we will see you on the flip side. Ciao for now.